west of Kaufman, Texas. Looking back, the SPS-5 sites and SPS-548A5 and the maintenance sites 48B310 through 350 and the GPS site 481069 are just over that hill. You can see the back of our Sharp road test sign, our traffic monitoring installation. You'll note that there are no traffic generators between us and the traffic monitoring station. You can see our sign here. They elected not to put it at the right-of-way line here because you would not be able to see it from the road. Be up over that hill. Because of that, however, it has been hit a couple times, it looks like. There's our delineators. They all appear to be in order. Now go ahead and walk through the test section. You can see we have quite a bit of cracking again along the center line and the shoulder stripe. A lot of cracking within the test section. It starts out not looking like that much cracking, gets quite a bit worse as we go. We start to collect cracks along the center line, along the wheel path. I don't know if you can see that one, but some of them are moderate to high severity. So we do start to see quite a bit of spalling. These are still all low severity, I would say. But as we go, you'll see some that do get to be quite severe. For station 1, we did not see that much rutting here, just 1 to maybe 2/10 of an inch in a few places. The primary distress here is cracking, and there is quite a bit of that, particularly in the last couple hundred feet. Another transverse crack here. Get some cracking here. What it appears is that the surface course is almost coming unwound, and there's just spalling out real badly. For example, you can see on this longitudinal crack where it's just spalling all out, all over the place. Station 2, there are places where the cracking along the center line gets to be moderate or high severity. I believe I've labeled it as high severity. You can see all the patching they've done to try and refill that massive crack. It's about 2 inches wide. Again, we still don't have that much cracking yet. It gets better. Transverse crack here. Got some moderate to high severity longitudinal cracking here in the wheel path. A little bit of cracking just wanders all over the place and right in there. I trust you can see that pretty well. I don't know if I got the best angle on it, that might help. There you go. Try not to back into traffic. Cracking right there. More transverse cracking that wanders through the lane. You can see up ahead that where we start to get a little bit more longitudinal cracking in the wheel path. Gets a little bit more severe. Station 3. Again, this is US 175. We're in the eastbound lanes. We are just east of GPS section 481069 and the SPS 3 site adjacent to it, 48B3, and the SPS site adjacent to that, 48A5. Those two are the two SPS projects are just between the two GPS sections out here. We're in Kaufman County. You can see here where the cracking really starts to pick up. We got some moderate severity going through here. It gets even worse, so there's some high severity there. As we get into station 4, you can see looking up ahead here where just this last 100 feet seems to have come completely unwound. Give you an overall perspective and then try and walk through it. Get quite a bit of cracking here. We tried our best to map this as carefully as possible, but as you can imagine, it's pretty tough to get them all in there and in the right place and legible, etc. So there's just so much cracking in here. I don't know if you can see all the little cracks that are just all over. Maybe if I get a better angle here. Definitely a lot of cracking. Again, some of this is moderate, obviously. Some of it even goes as far as high severity cracking. You see our delineators are all in order here. We are just west of FM 1390, which you can see just up ahead there. That's the overpass for FM 1390. That would be looking west towards Kaufman, which is just about 5 miles down the road. Looking back to the east, just over that hill is the little overpass that our SPS 5 site runs under. Again, you can see that there's a phenomenal amount of cracking on this section, both longitudinally and transverse. Along the shoulder stripe, along the longitudinal center line, you name it, there's a bunch of it. But there is not much rutting to speak of on this section. One that could speculate that's probably the result of the fact that there is so much stabilized base in this section, about 10 to 12 inches of lime stabilized flexible base, and then another 8 inches of asphalt stabilized base, and then the asphalt surface is so heavily stabilized that the stabilized layers have all started to crack up, but it's so stiff that it doesn't deform much. With that, I'll conclude the video here for section 481070, the GPS site just here on US 175 in Kaufman County, just west of Kaufman, Texas.